Hi, Claudia, you're back, right?
Yes. I was talking about the person who works here
Yes.
said that the woman fight her husband.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. There are women that are violent towards their husband.
Oh, but she
She hit.
he many times had for her, and this one day she did it.
She decided to hit him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the family, everybody helped to move her there, the family, many
Oh.
child.
How many children does she have?
She has a twin.
Yes.
Twin. She has maybe five.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And those babies.
Two babies. The babies are twins.
Yes.
Oh my God. This, imagine, right? How can you separate a family like this? But so these houses of protection with Maria da Penha are very important in these situations.
Yes.
That's right. Let me go back here. Okay. Very good. Number 7, Raul.
7. Who was a great leader for the fight for women's vote in the 1920 in Brazil and the world? 7. This Berta Lutz, no?
Yes, that's
Berta
right.
Lutz.
Berta Lutz. Very good. Letter?
Letter D.
Letter D. That's right. Excellent. Very good. What do you know about Berta Lutz? How?
I don't know, teacher.
You don't
Not.
know? Claudia, do you know something about Berta Lutz?
No, I don't know. I tried to see. I did the exercise,
Yes.
but I was wrong. I I I put D for Angela Davis. Quando
Okay.
eu fui fazer a pesquisa,
Yes.
aí eu vi the photo, and Berta Lutz is letter D.
Exactly. Berta Lutz is letter D. She was, people, she was a scientist in Brazil. She was a scientist. She researched, I think she researched biology and in medicine also. And in that time, in the 1920s, she was a scientist. She was a very intelligent person.
Yes.
And because she was a woman, she could not vote. And at that time, even more in Brazil, women did not have the possibility of having property. If, for example, the woman's father had a house or had land, he could only give this property if the woman was married, because the person who received the property was the husband. The woman did not have the right to have property. Can you imagine? For a scientist to have to ask her husband to do something for her, for example, legally. So she became the leader for the vote, for the suffrage, for the vote in Brazil, for the women's vote in Brazil. She began her fight to get the women's vote before the 1920s. I think it was 1917 that she began fighting. And the women's vote in Brazil only became true in 1930, more than 10 years after her fight. And when it was possible for the women to vote, it was not all the women. It was specific women only. Women that had some education, women that were a certain age. So it was limited to. So you can see how much fighting that the rights for women has taken the women in Brazil and the world, not only in Brazil, right, but everywhere. Okay. Claudia, read number 8.
Who was recognized internationally for her book Quarto de Despejo? Letter J, né?
Yes, that's right.
Carolina Maria de Jesus.
That's right. Very good. Carolina Maria de Jesus, letter J. Perfect. That's right. What do you know of Carolina Maria de Jesus, Claudia?
I know that she was poor. She
Yes,
lived in favela, né?
that's right.
She wrote this book, and she's very respected.
Perfect. That's right.
I have this book. My mother read.
Oh, really?
I will read.
Good, good.
Participating club of book, and they read this book.
Oh, very interesting. Very nice, Claudia. How old? Do you know anything more about Carolina Maria de
No,
Jesus?
teacher. No, I only the research to
Right.
even
To identify her.
yes, identify.
Yes, how so as Claudia said, she was very poor. She lived in a favela in Rio de Janeiro. She was a maid. She was an empregada doméstica. She was a maid. And she wrote this book, Quarto de Despejo, because she lived in one room in the favela, and all the time, because she did not have the money to pay for the rent, she was always afraid that they will throw her and her children away. So she wrote this book about what it is to be poor, live in a favela, with all the problems of a favela and the problems of a Black woman in a favela and a maid. And her, as Claudia said, her book became very famous. It was translated into many languages: English, Spanish, French, and one very important thing, I think, is that she became a model. She became a model for many Black women and women of the favelas, because she became famous as a writer, and many Black women of favelas saw, I can do the same thing. If she can, I can too. So she became a very important model for women in favelas. Okay, Raul, read the next one.
Who was a feminist and racial activist killed in Rio de Janeiro in 2018? Marielle Franco.
Yes, that's right. What letter?
Letter F.
That's right. Okay, very good.
9.
What do you know about Marielle Franco? Oh,
Teacher, I saw one documentary about the killed, the
Yes,
killed,
the assassination. The
the
assassination.
assassination.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
because it had one CPI about milícias.
Yeah,
Frejó.
exactly. Uh-huh.
She was assistant Frejó, né? Frejó?
Yes, she
Frejó.
was Frejo's assistant.
It is
Yes, she
Frejó's
was Frejo's
assistant.
assistant. That's right.
Frejó's assistant in
Right.
this CPI.
Yes.
And one leader, né? Leader, chef of the militia,
Right.
was condemned,
Yes.
and he cannot make mal, no, how to say,
Yes,
no,
harm.
assassinate Frejó,
That's right.
and he
He demanded that she
demanded
be
assassinate
killed. Exactly.
her because Frejó has guarda-costas, né? How to
Yes.
say,
Guard, Coast Guard.
Coast Guards.
Yes.
I know this, and she was a leader, né, in the favela, in the movement, feminist movement. Né?
She was also a representative. She was a representative in the Câmara of Rio de Janeiro.
Legislativa, né?
Yes, that's right. She was a representative too, and she had a lot of projects, social projects with women in favelas.
Yes.
And projects of professionalism. Yes, professionalism, of political, social, educational, many projects for favelas, especially for women. And this is why she was elected representative, because of her work in the favela. And they say that she was a very good speaker, very good speaker. She was very convincing. She was a very interesting person. And of course, people like that are hated, especially by the militias, right? So she was killed. And Claudia, the last one. Read the last one.
Who is the
Minister
of Racial Equality, a feminist, Black activist, and in 2023, according to Time magazine, one of the 12 most influenced women in the world is Aniele Franco. Number letter A. She's sister of Marielle Franco.
That's
But
right.
she studied, she's in United States.
That's right.
She, more years ago, she studies a lot. She's
Exactly.
good to talk like her mother, sister. She speaks well, and now she's the. I saw when she received when she turns my nice
Minister. When
I
she turned
I
minister.
saw
Yeah.
her talking.
Yes.
I think it was very good.
Yes, she speaks very well too. Would
And
you
she
like to?
was very very
Very moved. She was very moved.
emocionada, né?
Yes, very moved.
Very
Moved.
moved.
That's
Very
right.
moved.
That's right. How old? Do you know anything else about Aniele Franco?
No, only about she's the minister now, né?
Yes.
The-
In the past, as Claudia said, she went to the United States to study. And she went to study in the United States because she was invited by a university in the United States. She was invited not to study, but to play volleyball because yes, she was a very good volleyball player. And many times in the American universities, they get sports people to study in the university and play for the university.
Yes.
And so Aniele was invited to this university in the United States where she studied, and she played volleyball for the university. And when she returned to Brazil, she was an English teacher.
Yes.
Yes, she was an English teacher in Brazil. And she was not, she knew and she participated in the projects of Marielle, but she was not very active because she loved her job as an English teacher, and she worked a lot as an English teacher. So she participated, but not very much. But in 2018, when her sister was killed, she decided to stop being a teacher and enter in all the projects that her sister had. So she took over the project, all the social projects that her sister had, and began to participate more and began to become a better speaker, because she said that in the past she didn't like to speak because her sister was so much better that she was afraid to speak, and now she is an excellent speaker too. But it was the because she was the first person of the family to see her sister assassinated, and still in the car when she arrived in the place where her sister was assassinated. And at that moment she decided, no, now I am going to fight too. And this is why she also took over all the social work that her sister had. So, and she's very young. She's very young. So she's a very interesting person too.
Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. Did you like this?
Yes, very, very, very good.
Okay. And Did you ever hear about a woman known as Rosa de Luxemburgo?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So she was a Polish woman from Poland. She was Polish. And I thought that this is one of her sayings that I think is so fantastic. She says, those who do not move do not notice their chains. Do you understand? Chains is correntes. Corrente. Do you understand?
She was very active,
Yes, she was very active, especially in freedom. She was very active and she wanted freedom, which especially freedom of women, right? So here she's saying, those who do not, aqueles que não se mexem, nem notam as suas correntes. Right? And another interesting thing here is the freedom of speech is meaningless, não tem sentido, unless it means the freedom of the person who thinks differently. Do you understand?
The freedom, speech. What is speech, teacher? Speech.
Liberdade de expressão, right?
Expressão, né? Freedom of speech.
Liberdade de expressão não tem sentido, a não ser que seja a liberdade daquelas pessoas que pensam diferente. So she's also fantastic, very, very interesting.
It's fantastic.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. You did very good work, people. You researched a lot. This was very good.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, now I want you to open your books to page 26. Look here, page 26, unit 4. Okay, are you there on page 26?
Yes.
Claudia, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so let's take a look at the first question, question number 1. Let me see if I can. Just a second, people. I'm having a little problem here with.
Yes.
Yeah, I become very active suddenly. And then I become green. I think I'm having a little problem with my computer. There, returned. Okay. So look at the title. Look at the title of the unit. It is Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. Do you know what be merry means?
No. What's be merry?
How do you know what be merry?
No, be merry, no.
Merry is another word for happy. Happy
Okay.
or merry. You can see in Christmas many times you have Merry Christmas. Do you remember?
Yes.
It's a synonym of happy. So Merry Christmas means Happy Christmas. So of course, if you eat and drink, you are merry, right? Okay, so look at exercise number 1. In the starter, we have exercise number 1. What did you eat and drink yesterday? All right, so I want you to think right now. 3 minutes. Write down. What did you eat for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner? Can you remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. What did you eat yesterday? Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so in the morning for breakfast, what did you eat? How?
I ate in breakfast tapioca with cheese and eggs and coffee.
Okay, you drink coffee. I love coffee for breakfast too. It's necessary.
Necessary, yes.
Yes. And you, Claudia, what did you eat for breakfast?
I ate 2 eggs, hot eggs, and table né, milho,
Okay.
corn,
Corn.
corn, and tea.
Okay. This corn, Claudia, was it couscous?
Yes.
Okay, corn
Couscous.
couscous. All right. And I also had cheese. I had cheese, but I did not have eggs. And coffee, of course, and bread, cheese, and coffee. What about for lunch? What did you eat for lunch, Cloud?
I ate rice, beans, and pork milk. De porco
Pork.
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 Meat, né?
Yes, pork. When very good. Did you eat any salad, Claudia?
Yes, always all lettuce and tomato.
Okay, all right. What about you, Raul?
I ate rice, salad, and meat.
All right, very good. I ate fish, rice, and salad also. Very good. And at night, what did you eat? Raul?
I ate açaí,
Yeah,
açaí and bread.
and bread. What about you, Claudia? What did you eat at night?
I repeat the same thing of the lunch.
Okay, yes, I usually do that too. Yesterday, I did not eat food at night. I ate Jello. Do you know what is Jello?
Jello.
Melão?
Gelatina.
Jello.
Gelatina.
Ah,
Jello.
latinha.
I ate Jello And I ate a piece of chocolate. And a piece of chocolate. Okay. So from the three of us, who do you think had the healthiest? Look at number 2. Who ate the healthiest? Who ate the healthiest, do you think?
I'm thinking we are equal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Except me, because at night I ate chocolate and jello. This is not very healthy.
No,
teacher, chocolate, it's in the, how to say, in transition.
In
It's not
transition.
to know, it's not to,
Okay.
how do you say, aperitivo,
Dessert.
dessert. No,
Dessert.
not dessert, in the middle of the lunches, no?
Okay. A snack.
Snacks.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay, people. Our time finished. Okay. For homework, I think I would like you to do workbook page 23, but only one exercise. I don't want you to do a lot, okay? Only one exercise. I want you to do exercise number 1 in the workbook, page 23, workbook exercise number 1. How can you write this in the group for us, please?
Yes, page 23,
Yes,
exercise
workbook page
1,
23, exercise 1.
workbook, né?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
All right, people. Thank you very much. I liked this class very much.
Yes.
Congratulations for the research, everybody.
Yes.
Yes. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.